Hello guys, welcome back to the video, and what I'm going to be unboxing right here is the first 7 SpongeBob SquarePants DVDs. I have them right here on the things right here, and what we have here is some of my childhood DVDs for shows, since I've had DVDs like Nautical Nonsense and Sponge Buddies, Halloween, Sea Stories, Tales from the Deep, Lost at Sea, Hide and Seek, which I got this one a couple years back because I really wanted this one, and of course Christmas. So guys, I've had these DVDs for like a long time now, and I finally completed these ones. I just don't have the one that's after Christmas, which is called the Seascape Capers. I have SpongeBob Goes Prehistoric after the Seascape Capers, but when I get Seascape Capers, I'm going to do another update video for this, but I'm going to flip the camera in the other angle in a minute. But guys, thank you guys for giving me like 30 something subscribers, and 33 subscribers to be in total. But guys, thank you so much for watching every single one of my videos, and I'm still going to be unboxing more of these. It's just I haven't unboxed them in a long time. I mean, my DVDs are sweating, but yeah. Give me a sec. Okay guys, so we have the 7 DVDs right here. Just cleaning them off. The Nautical Nonsense and Sponge Buddies, Spine, back. I've shown these off in the collection video that I had, since I've had these for a long time. We have Ripped Pants. SpongeBob tries to impress Sandy at Muscle Beach and accidentally rips his pants. He's embarrassed until he realizes the crowd thought it was a joke. He did it on purpose. He rips his ripped pants are a hit, but the joke gets old fast. SB-129, Squidward flees to the Krusty Krab in search of quiet and winds up frozen in the freezer. When he finally thaws, he finds himself in the future and wondering how to get back. Texas, Sandy's blue. Seems she's homesick for good old Texas and plans to go back home. SpongeBob determines to cheer her up by bringing a bit of Texas to Bikini Bottom. The Graveyard Shift. The Krusty Krab is now open 24 hours a day. On their first all-night shift, Squidward tries to scare SpongeBob with tales of the Hash-Slasher. And as things begin to go bump in the night, Squidward starts believing his own twisted tale. Something smells. SpongeBob's got terrible sea onion ice cream breath. Yet he can't understand why he's being avoided. Patrick says it's a beauty issue, so when Patrick eats sea onion bonbons and people avoid him too, he's convinced he caught the ugly from SpongeBob. Jellyfishing. When SpongeBob and Patrick find Squidward is recovering from a bicycle accident, they take him jellyfishing so he can have his best day ever. Unfortunately, their good intentions wreak havoc on Squidward's recovery efforts. Dying for pie. Squidward accidentally lets SpongeBob eat an exploding pie to alleviate his guilt. Squidward resolves to make SpongeBob's few remaining hours enjoyable, and that makes Squidward more miserable than ever. Wormy. Sandy's taken a trip and puts SpongeBob and Patrick in charge of her pet caterpillar. When the caterpillar turns into a butterfly overnight, SpongeBob and Patrick are convinced this new creature ate Wormy and is now after them and the rest of Bikini Bottom. Fun. SpongeBob is convinced Plankton's so evil because he's lonely, so he befriends the little guy. Unfortunately, Plankton sees that everybody sees that Plankton is using SpongeBob to get to the secret Krabby Patty recipe. It's up to Mr. Krabs to reveal Plankton's plot to SpongeBob. Club SpongeBob. SpongeBob and Patrick's clubhouse has no room for Squidward, literally, but Squidward forces his way in, propelling this clubhouse into the middle of nowhere. Hopelessly lost, Squidward begins to panic, but SpongeBob and Patrick trust in the magic conch. So yeah. Oh my god, these DVDs are like sweating kind of thing. But yeah, the DVD came out in 2002 in color and is 123 minutes. US rated NR, not rated. Canada, it's rated PG, full screen, and closed captioned. No subtitles. The special features are 10 SpongeBob SquarePants episodes, violent femmes sing SpongeBob SquarePants backstage pants featurette, more SpongeBob SquarePants secrets, and then the rest are like specialifications. Here's the DVD disc, and here's the DVD guide, which I'm not going to show off in this video. I'm sorry, it looks just like the back of the case and the front of the case. Next one is a holiday one, the first holiday one, Halloween. This thing's getting all wet because of all the moisture in the air, but yeah. It's the cover, spine, back. The episodes on the DVD are Scaredy Pants. On Halloween, everyone usually frightens SpongeBob, but not this year. He's got the scariest costume, the Flying Dutchman. Bikini Bottom's ghostly legend. Unfortunately, SpongeBob's not scaring anyone, but he is evoking the wrath of the Dutchman himself. Imitation Crabs. To steal the Krabby Patty recipe, Plankton disguises himself as Mr. Krabs during SpongeBob's shift. Lucky for Plankton, SpongeBob can't tell the real Mr. Krabs from the fraud, so SpongeBob devises a plan that only the true head of the Krusty Krab can pass. Frankendoodle. SpongeBob and Patrick discover a magical pencil from the surface. Everything they draw with it comes to life. Unfortunately, SpongeBob creates Sponge Doodle, aka Doodle Bob, a crude self-portrait that wreaks havoc on all of Bikini Bottom. I was a teenage Gary. Squidward agrees to care for SpongeBob's pet snail Gary while SpongeBob is away. Under Squidward's neglectful eye, Gary becomes ill after SpongeBob accidentally takes some of Gary's medicine. Squidward has to care for both Gary and the transformed sponge snail. SpongeBob the Unfriendly Ghost. SpongeBob and Patrick accidentally hit a wax replica of Squidward, knocking it near the heater. Rushing to his aid, they find a melted blob on the floor. So when the talcum-covered real Squidward emerges from the bath, Patrick and SpongeBob thinks he's a ghost. The secret box. Patrick won't show SpongeBob what's inside his secret box, and it's driving SpongeBob crazy. Eventually, Patrick wears down and lets SpongeBob see the piece of string inside. Good thing SpongeBob didn't pull the string to reveal the box's secret compartment. Band Geeks. Squidward's old rival offers him the chance to perform at the Bubble Bowl with his band. But Squidward doesn't have a band, so he recruits Bikini Bottom residents and winds up with a crowd of bickering, frustrated musicians, so he'll be made a fool of. Squidward is about to cancel the performance when the band comes through, loud, clear, and rockin'. Welcome to the Chum Bucket. Mr. Krabs loses SpongeBob to Plankton in a bet, forcing him to work at the Chum Bucket, but SpongeBob is so homesick he can't fry a single thing. Plankton showers him with SpongeBob with gifts, hoping he'll feel better. So when SpongeBob keeps acting like a spoiled brat, Plankton finds himself offering Mr. Krabs money to take him back. My Pretty Seahorse. SpongeBob befriends a stray seahorse, and rather than being separated from her, He hides his new friend in the kitchen at work. Unfortunately, SpongeBob's new pal keeps escaping from her hiding place and eating all the Krabby Patties in sight. Idiot Box. SpongeBob and Patrick order a large screen television for the box. They play inside, using their imaginations to go on wild adventures or wild journeys. When loud noises keep coming from inside the box, Squidward becomes convinced the boys are hiding something. So, when the box is empty, Squidward goes inside to investigate, only to be carted off by the garbage collector. The DVD was made in 2002, is in color, 112 minutes. In the US, it's not rated. In Canada, it's PG, full screen, and it's closed captioned. Special features are SpongeBob SquarePants music videos, SpongeBob video game sneak peeks, and then specialifications. Here's the DVD disc. This is the DVD guide. We'll move on to the next DVD, which we have Sea Stories. This is probably the best one in the whole series, the whole collection. This one's probably my favorite, one of my favorite SpongeBob DVDs, but yeah. Here's a spine, and here's the back. The episodes are Gary Takes a Bath, Hooky. Well, let me tell you. Gary takes a bath. It's time for Gary's bath, but he does not want to take one. SpongeBob tries everything to get him into the tub, but Gary refuses to go. Gary winds up luring SpongeBob outside where SpongeBob falls into a mud puddle. Guess who needs a bath now? Hooky. Patrick introduces SpongeBob to the adventures of riding the hooks dropped from above by fishermen, and then jumping off. Mr. Krabs just hopes his tales of sea creatures winding up in gift shops or packed cans will convince SpongeBob to keep away. Life of Crime. Mr. Krabs tells SpongeBob and Patrick that it's okay to borrow things if you plan to return them. So the two borrow a balloon from the Balloon Man and accidentally pop it, realizing they can't return it. SpongeBob and Patrick go on the lam to avoid jail. Pickles. SpongeBob loses his self-confidence when Bubble Bass lies and claims there are no pickles on his Krabby Patty. Racked with self-doubt, SpongeBob can't even accomplish simple tasks anymore. It's up to Mr. Krabs to help SpongeBob regain his confidence. No free rides. SpongeBob fails his driving test again. But the thought of having SpongeBob in her class again proves too much for Mrs. Puff, so she lets him do extra credit for his license. And SpongeBob's parents buy him a boat to celebrate. Mrs. Puff realizes she's given him license to drive on the public streets and resorts to stealing his boat to keep him off the road. Don't worry, I don't have COVID. Sailor Mouth. SpongeBob reads a bad word off the dumpster behind the Krusty Krab, not knowing what it means. SpongeBob and Patrick start using it often. Mr. Krabs hears them and warns them never to use it again. But when Mr. Krabs says the word, the boys run to Mr. Krabs' mother to tell on him. No weenies allowed. SpongeBob will do anything to get inside the salty spittoon to hang out with tough sea dwellers. SpongeBob's a shoo-in, but the doorman banishes SpongeBob to the weenie hut, telling him that that's more his speed. SpongeBob will stop at nothing to prove just how tough he really is. Jellyfish Jam. SpongeBob takes a wild jellyfish home from Jellyfish Fields, only to discover that they multiply quickly, eventually taking over the house. Luckily, SpongeBob finds that jellyfish love music, turning SpongeBob into the Pied Piper of Bikini Bottom. The algae's always greener. One sec. Okay, whatever. Plankton's invention lets him switch lives with Mr. Krabs. Now he can get the secret Krabby Patty recipe. First he'll have to deal with employee bickering. SpongeBob versus Squidward. Then Mr. Krabs, who's suddenly taken on Plankton's nasty personality. Special features are Shanghai episode with 3 different endings. That one I never labeled on here because it's classified as one of the episodes, but the thing is, it's a bonus feature. But yeah, the other bonus features are SpongeBob Dance and Pants music video and video game hints and tips. Then specialifications. It was released in 2002 on color, 99 minutes, US not rated, Canada PG, full screen, and closed captioned. I hate these cases. Here's the disc for Sea Stories. Here we got Tales from the Deep. Okay. This is the spine, and here's the back. It has SpongeBob's house party. SpongeBob gets a plan your own party kit and decides to throw a party. Unfortunately for his guests, SpongeBob's got every minute of his party scheduled. Finger Puppet Theater is set for 9:20. So when SpongeBob accidentally locks himself out of his own house, the party really gets started for his guests, who never know he's missing. And while SpongeBob is turning Bikini Bottom into Party Central, Patchy the Pirate is throwing his own shindig on land. Sadly, he's about as exciting as a host as SpongeBob. Worse for his guests, Patchy never locks himself out of his house. Hall Monitor. It's time to pick the week's Hall Monitor at Mrs. Puff's boating school. And much to her dismay, it's SpongeBob's turn. And being the sponge that he is, why stop at just monitoring the halls when there's a whole town he can watch over? Bikini Bottom residents, beware. I can't really talk right now because it's actually starting to get dark out. Okay. I had an accident. SpongeBob takes a nasty pill on this. SpongeBob takes a nasty spill on the sand slopes, but instead of getting right back on his feet again, he vows to stay in his house where he won't hurt himself again. So it's up to Sandy and Patrick to lure him outside. But will Sandy being attacked by a gorilla be enough? Valentine's Day. SpongeBob's having Sandy deliver his Valentine's Day gift for Patrick to the amusement park where the boys are spending the day, but Sandy's late. Thinking fast, SpongeBob fools Patrick into believing he's gotten him a handshake for the occasion. This doesn't sit well with Patrick, and if Patrick's not happy, no one's gonna be happy. Just one bite. When SpongeBob learns that Squidward has never tasted Krabby Patty, it becomes his obsession to get his miserable coworker to take just one bite. When Squidward finally does, he hates it. At least that's what he tells SpongeBob. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. SpongeBob and Patrick discover their favorite television superheroes, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, lived in a retirement home nearby and try to convince the crime-fighting duo to come out of retirement. Saying no to SpongeBob might prove their toughest challenge yet. Tea at the Tree Dome. Sandy invites SpongeBob to her glass-enclosed dome for the first time. Unfortunately, the tree dome is filled with air, great for squirrels, but could prove lethal for a sponge. The paper, to Squidward, it's a worthless gum wrapper, but in the right hands, it's a gold mine of entertainment. Just as SpongeBob, who's picked up the tossed wrapper and is using it to amuse himself and annoy Squidward. Born Again Crabs. Mr. Krabs won't take a trashy, moldy Krabby Patty and tries selling it instead. No one's buying. To prove it's still good, he takes a bite and ends up hospitalized for food poisoning. When the Flying Dutchman comes to take his soul, Mr. Krabs strikes a bargain with him. Let him return to life and prove he's not cheap. It came out in 2003 in color and is 110 minutes, US not rated, Canada PG, in full screen and closed captioned. Has the special features the Underwater Sun music video, Drawing the Goo Lagoon, and SpongeBob's House Party storyboard. To be honest, I think I'm only going to do the first 4 DVDs today, but yeah. includes the episodes from the Deep Sea Sillies and Bikini Bottom Bash videos. They just came out with a DVD with the same name as the VHS Bikini Bottom Bash. So that one came out this year. We have the disc and the DVD guide. Okay guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notified from the latest videos. Thank you.